Hi guys, Anthony, Morgan's Training Academy. Today, the Shillelagh. It's an Irish blackthorn. Now, I like them. I don't carry very many of them. And I say carry very many of them. They're hard to get, but I do have some in my store for sale. This one, the knobs are really prominent on this one. And which could be good and it could be bad. And I say good and bad is because if I catch somebody with this across the face, it's going to be painful. Now you can do a lot of damage with this, and keep that in mind. Now some of them aren't going to always be this prominent, but you know, depending on how you're using it. And I say it can be good, it can be bad. Mainly because if you know, depending on how, especially in the Filipino arts, you know, if I'm rebounding off here, those little knobs, you know, sometimes can dent me as easy as they can dent the assailant I'm up against. So you're going to be a little bit more limited on how you're going to rebound. You know, if I'm rebounding off the hip, sometimes that's going to, you know, leave little dents. But the Shillelagh, a great walking stick, as they say, a cane or a club. Now the clubs are going to be a little bit shorter, but it's a great one. But today we're going to look at what is called a redondo. Now a redondo is a circular motion strike. The first one I'm going to show you guys is from here. This is going to come in this motion here, okay? This motion, okay? Now, as this moves down, the thing you have to be cautious with is this knob sticking out here. Now, right here, see how that dips around my wrist here? Okay, that is going to always pop there. Now, if I have this turned in, okay, now see, it's going to pop my wrist there. So little tiny details. So I make sure that this is turning out. So when I pop that, okay, it's always facing out. If this faces in, okay, it's going to pop right there. So just some useful tips when you're working redondo. Now the redondo essentially is if I have an opponent coming at me and I'm in this position, this is going to pop through here and it's going to hit the hand. Ideally, I always want to hit the hand. I don't want to hit the head. I don't want to hit the collarbone, but I want to take the hands out. And so that's going to always be my primary target, is to take your hands out. Now, this being a left redondo, now we have a right redondo, which is coming from here. Okay, this is, okay, from this side. Okay, again, you notice this has to be out. Okay, if this was in, you notice that it kind of turns across my wrist right there. Not good, but it does work. Okay, but just try to keep that out to where this is here. Okay, this is the right side. Okay, this is the left side redondo. Okay, now we also have what is called a closed redondo, which is in the center here. Okay, right here. Okay, okay. And some little points to remember: if I'm going to work, if I'm here and I start to do this forward redondo, a lot of times I'm going to step back here. Okay, step back with that leg so I don't hit my leg. Especially with a sword, if you have a sword and you're doing this, you want to step back with that to clear that leg so you don't cut yourself. But same with these little knobs here. If I do this, bang, and I hit that leg, you'll feel it. Tomorrow morning you'll wake up and you go, wow, that really hurts. So, you know, if I'm working this, a lot of times I'll step back with that leg so I can get that clearance. But, so, redondos, and I'm using the opposite end, okay, of the cane. I'm not using the nub, okay. Man, it's harder to hold on to this one. It's got that big of knobs on it. You know, if I'm trying to work it, I can really feel that digging into my hand. So I'm going to work up higher on it. But you may want to sand this down so you can actually use it here. You can use it here. But just to realize that if it has a lot of knobs on it, it's going to be painful one way or another. So that was basically it. Positioned out. This is a left redondo. Okay, this is a right redondo. Okay, and this is a closed redondo. Okay. Got it? All right, so good. So thank you guys for watching our videos. I'm seeing that a lot more of you guys are kind of tuning into what I'm doing. And I hope that everything I'm doing here is helping you guys. 55 years experience. I have a lot to give and a lot that I would like to share with you guys. And, you know, all the great instructors I've been with over the last 55 years, a lot of good information there. So please continue to subscribe to our channel, and you guys have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow.